Greetings, y'all. It is Matt from the Green Arcade. I am back playing some more Farming Simulator 25. We're back here in Iowa Plains View. So, I've played a little bit, farmed a little bit. What are we at? We're in May 1st. So, it's May 1st now. I've got these two fields back behind me here. Both of them are in corn. So, I'm going to buy these two fields. You can see how much money we made off of wood chips up there. And I have bought a few other things. So we'll go take a look at those here in just a minute. But I'm going to buy these two fields. These are down in the south part of the map here. Right there. Both of these are in corn. And they are both fully fertilized. So these are the only two fields I think that I'm going to buy. When we look at the rest of the map, go back to crops. Planted soybeans up here. So we've got a really nice supply of soybeans. I probably would have put corn in that field, but I saw these down here. I'm like, well, we've got those down there. And then I was hoping some other fields would pop up in corn, but none of them did. Got a couple in taters, one in peas, one in green beans, and one in, what is that, parsnips? Yeah, parsnips. And then a couple of sunflower fields. Might end up buying one of the sunflower fields. I don't know. I'm still waiting to see what they put in these fields. If they do any type of like wheat, probably will buy one of these fields, but we'll see what they do there. Alright, I do want to buy these fields, and then I want to get into our first productions. Let's see, let's buy that one. So that's 578. And these are both ready to go. They're fully fertilized. Buy that one. And then if there's any weeds in them, I can take care of them. I've got the, that thing, what do you call that thing? The rotary hoe. So right now there's not any weeds in them. So that's a good thing. We won't have weeds in our fields. I do need to run the fertilizer like down these strips because it's missing a stage of fert in those strips. So I'll do that. But we do own those fields now. Cool beans. We got some corn. Corn's a good thing. We got to make all kinds of stuff with corn and cornbread and all sorts of stuff. All right. So let's tab around here. Did buy this. So I know this is a Case IH dealership that we have here in Iowa Plains View. It is a Case. It's a red county, red county, red farm. But when you think about it, the New Holland tractors are from the same company. So you have CNH, which does Case IH. They do New Holland. So we're going to do a half and half. We're going to do a red and blue. So now all we need is a white. Get some white tractors. We have one white tractor in here, actually, that's in the game. What's in under medium tractors? Yeah, we have that one white tractor, so maybe we'll buy that one white tractor down the road somewhere. But for now, is anything on sale? I shouldn't really go look at the sales because I end up buying stuff. No, let's not do that. All right, there's nothing there. That's good. Good news in that department. All right, so what's the question is, what's the first production that we want to buy? So we've got options. This is what we own. It's really just kind of like at home stuff. So we have the dryer, which we do have some dried corn right now. Just a little bit. I haven't put much in there. I need to actually go get some more propane. We have our greenhouses. So I've got this one going. I haven't started it yet because I've still got to move some manure over. And then I need to go show you guys that where I put that at. And then we have our TMR maker. So we're good to go there. I'm waiting on the silage bales to ferment. I put a lot of hay in there. We do have the new fields over here out north and east of everything. So we have this grass field over here and then this grass field over here. I did one, let's see, I did this one in silage. And then I did this one in hay, and then I might swap it up next time around and do vice versa the other way around. So, but yeah, that's the status there. Let's go over to, you know what? I'll just hop out and run over there. It ain't that far. It's a nice small local community. Just run over here and. So this is where I put the manure heap. You notice I got rid of the gate and the fence. It was just in the way. It was a nice little decoration, but it was just in the way. Did keep the fence around the cows though. So this is our manure heap. So we need that for the greenhouses, and then we've got water. So we're ready to ramp up the greenhouse productions, get those going. And then we've got plenty of TMR stuff now. All I need to put in here again is just the silage, and when those are ready, we'll move those in. But we've got plenty in there right now. We've got 1.4 million in TMR right now, so that's good. And actually, there is some silage still left in there from... When did I put that in there? I don't remember putting that in there. Hang on. Oh yeah, there's still some silage in there, so I could ramp this back up right now. I could definitely turn on... You can do this one that does silage and hay, or you could do this one that does silage, hay, and straw. And we got plenty of straw in there. So yeah. I don't know, maybe it's... I don't remember putting that silage in there. I guess I did. Oh, you know what? I did. So the grass that was around these fields out here, I had a ton of silage bales out behind this kind of meadow grass out here around these fields. So I even had silage bales around that one. I had all hay bales around that one, and then I had some silage bales up here in this field. So there's more back here fermenting. So this is what I picked up. This is from the actual grass fields that I mowed, wrapped. So these are fermenting now. I've got some down south that are fermenting. So we should be good to go on the TMR game. How are our cows doing, by the way? We should have some milk by now. Yeah, we got some milk. We got milk. They're pretty much good on TMR. I could probably put another load in there not too far from now. Seems like with our trailer, one load per month seems to be the way to go. And then if we get any more cows, which we probably will, we'll change that up a bit. All right, so the next production. All the other productions that we have right now are here at home. What should be our... I won't say first production, but what should be the next production? What can we do? Well, this one here, that's the bakery. That's going to be hard to do because, number one, we don't have flour. We don't have sugar of any kind. We don't have eggs. We don't have butter. You know, there's a whole lot of stuff that you need. You have the biogas plant. That has its place too. You have the carpentry, which we don't have, any woodwork or anything like that. That is the juice company, which we don't have any of that right now until we get our, greenhouses kind of established and going. The dairy, maybe the dairy. That's a possibility because we do have milk, so we could move the milk over to the dairy and then start on working on butter because we're gonna need butter for a lot of stuff. We're gonna need butter for buttered popcorn and for the pies, and all that stuff. The fermenter, I'm holding off on that. That's an expensive one just to make silage and digestate. So yeah, I don't know about that one. You got the oil factory. We'll probably get into that at some point. You have the Jackson sawmill. Again, you got to get into the woodwork. Ketchup would be easy to do. Ketchup would be a good one, but we've got to get the ketchups going in the greenhouses. And then the pancake place, that takes a lot of stuff. Eggs, butter, all the stuff that we talked about. The pizzeria, still gonna need cheese and flour for that. So I think probably like the introductory productions. Now we could do this. We could do the popcorn. The only thing we need is butter for the buttered. We could do the dried popcorn. The dried corn for just the plain popcorn and start with plain popcorn and then add on the buttered popcorn later. Sugar, we don't have any. I don't know how we're going to do sugar. Do we want to do sugar beets or do we want to do sugar cane? I'm leaning towards sugar cane. And then you have the clothing place. Where is there it is. I think the grain mill would probably be the numero uno probably to get started on. We don't have any. We don't even have a spinnery. But we have a tailor shop. Guess we got to put a spinner in or something if we want to do that. But yeah, we need to start on, I think the first one should be probably maybe the dairy and this, the grain mill. So we'll start there. Which one should we start with? Wonder how much they are. Let's go visit this place. So let's go to the grain mill. Where is it at? I don't even know where it's at. Oh, it's the water mill. That's the grain mill. Okay. I was wondering what the water mill was. So this is the grain mill. Cool beans. Kinda, I wonder if that's, like a legit thing, like in real life. If they still use a water mill. How much is this? Yeah, they're proud of their productions here in Iowa Plains. 300,000 for that. What about the dairy? How much is the dairy? You know what? Hang on, it'd be quicker to go this way. Dairy. Did I pass it? Yep, I passed it. So let's go visit this. This should be in town. Yeah, back here on this back corner right here. So that's the unload point. Where's the... There it is. 210. So this one is definitely cheaper. Let's start with the dairy, and then we'll add on the grain mill. Alright, we bought the dairy. So now we gotta haul our milk. Gotta find a truck. There's a truck. That's the propane truck. And then I've got the water truck. Probably let's use the water truck for now. This is the s'more truck. This is what I call a s'more truck. Because it looks like a s'more, you know? The marshmallow, the chocolate, whoa, God. Don't stop in front of me. Just keep going. Yeah, go. Okay. Or go slowly. But yeah, you want some more? It looks like a s'more. It makes me want s'mores. I want a s'more. How can I have some more if I haven't had anything? You're killing me, Smalls. First, you take a graham cracker. Then, you add the chocolate. Then, you roast the mallow. When the mallow's flaming, you stick the mallow on the chocolate, and then you cover it with the other end. Then, you stuff it. That's Ham's recipe from Sandlot. How to make a s'more. Got some straw bales over there. Plus, we're going to have a pretty decent soybean sale coming up, so... we'll be making some money there. Alright, have you noticed anything? The trailers are all chrome, but their hubcaps are kind of the indicators of what they carry. So this one has white hubcaps, so that's going to be for milk. I've got orange on the propane tanker, and then I've got blue on the water tanker. And I don't know, are there any other liquids? I guess I could do one maybe, well, I could do one for diesel and make it like yellow. Or I could do like a dark blue for liquid fertilizer. I'd probably lean more towards the liquid fertilizer tanker than I would a diesel tanker, because we've got diesel over there at our farm, and then we've got a gas station back here in town, so that it really kind of covers. This is not a huge map. This is a standard size map. So it's not a great distance to have to travel to get fuel. There goes Karen. She's late for her PTA meeting. She's gonna pass me on a double yellow and then brake check me. You see that? Telling you what. The world is full of Karens. Even in Farming Simulator, you can't get around them. All right, where is this? Where we get milk? Yeah, I'd say that's it right there. So let me get turned around. Turn around. Every now and then I get a little bit lonely and I turn myself around. I finally found the right snack. Every song that I sing goes back to some type of commercial. Alright, let's see, we don't have any buffalo milk. We have the regular milk. That's kind of what we want. And I think I've got a full load here. I think we hold 32,000 liters in these tanks. Yep, so there's our first full load of milk. Mama milk. Everybody knows how to do that kick. Milk kick, do that kick. Everybody knows how to do that. That's the 80s milk commercial jingle. I remember those days. America's favorite health kick, milk. I'm a child of the 80s. The half 80s and, well, mostly 90s. So, yeah. Surprised I remember the late 80s. I was very, very young. But I remember watching all the stuff. I have a great memory. Dude, that'd be a great production. I just thought about that. I was looking at the truck. What if we had a production like at the bakery where you could make s'mores? Oh, dude, then you could take firewood there. You could have like a s'more factory where you need firewood and then marshmallows and then chocolate, and we have chocolate in the game. Oh, we needed a graham cracker thing, which the graham cracker thing we could probably make with the flour. So, you know what, I'm gonna cut through here. Let's see which way. I think it's that way. In cab driving. Okay, it sounds like all the places we pass have the same audio file. I know it's a recorded loop, but they sound the same when you drive past them. There's some kid going, or something like that. Alright, so we'll do our first load of milk at the dairy. Let's go take a look at that now. Let's see, dairy. Oh yeah, it's not available. I gotta go back to home now. Ah, there we go. So where's the dairy at? Oh, right there. It's the second one. Alright, so we've got milk in there now. We're adding the milk in there. We want to start... What do we want to start with? Probably butter. We don't have any, like, sheep. So we don't have the goat's milk, and we don't have... wow. We don't have the goat's milk, and we don't have buffalo milk. So if we want to do those, we'll have to expand a little bit. Probably just the plain... I would say plain butter. So probably start on that. And we want to, well, maybe not start it just yet because we want to distribute that. I guess the popcorn factory would be a good investment because then we could distribute the butter. It would be a good investment. We could buy the popcorn factory, start on regular popcorn, and then distribute the butter, and then have the butter popcorn. How much is the popcorn factory? Yeah, let's go look. Oop. Available popcorn. There we are. We'll visit that. It's one of these. I think it's this one. Yep. So here's the popcorn factory. That's not too bad. That's actually cheaper than the than the grain mill over there. So that's 240. How much money do we have? Oh yeah, we can afford it. Let's do it. Go ahead and buy the popcorn factory. Alright, we own it. So now we need to haul some corn. What does that take? I think just corn, right? Oh no, dried. It has to be dried corn. So it's got to be dried corn for the plain, and then the dried corn for the butter. Alright, so let's go do that. Let's head back to that truck and turn it off. So we don't have any milk right now. We'll come back for that. I'm going to move some more corn over to the dryer here. Since now we're in the production mode. Oh, you can store that stuff here too. Cool. So if we run out of space over there in the dryer. Alright, so corn. Yeah, we're going to need a lot of corn. Kind of wish I had planted more. I could do some late corn, I think. Yeah, I could still plant some corn now, but it would be late corn, so that means we'd be harvesting it end of November. But I could totally do some. I mean, there's fields out there that haven't been planted anything yet. So we could do that. I think I'm going to redo these grass fields down here too. Instead of keeping them in grass, I'm going to do probably wheat down here. Maybe like your grain crops. Well, now that I know that the watermill is like the flour mill, trying to think about this strategically. Actually, these fields, like this field beside it, and maybe that one, would be good until we, these would be good for grains. Maybe oats or wheat or barley, sorghum. Alright, so let's move this over there. I think I've still got some propane in there. I need to put a road that comes around right here. I just need to make a loop. And maybe put in another road going around that way. Dump that corn. Alright, then I probably will have to reactivate this because I think it ran out. But we do have some dried corn in there. Take a look here and see. Yeah, we do have some dried corn. So we've got 175,000 dried corn in here. So we could go ahead and haul some dried corn over there. Let me get that cranked up. Oh, it's already on. Oh, I probably should have deactivated that then. Well, it's still going then. We don't have to worry about deactivating it because it was already active. All right, so we're putting the corn in there again. Yeah, we're gonna need a lot more corn. Lots and lots and lots and lots more corn. I'm gonna do another load. Because really there's not anything other than the pigs that need just plain corn. Like non-dried corn. So it looks like most of what we're going to need is dried corn for stuff. Gonna need it for the cornbread, gonna need it for the popcorn. I think one of these fields that, or maybe a couple of them that I planted in beans, probably do corn the next time around. And then we'll figure all this out later. Alright, so that's all the corn that we've got. That's it. Until we harvest again. So this, we may have to shut down the popcorn factories. We may do like a trial run for the folk in town there. Like, you can have popcorn, but just for the summer. That's it. Well, not till the next time around, or maybe even after that, maybe a couple years. Here, but there is still propane in there. Yep, still got plenty of propane in there. Could probably haul another load, and I probably will. But it's still almost half full. Alright, so we've got that rolling. I'm gonna back up here. I think you fill up right here. This will fit under there. Totally fits. So we don't want the corn, we want the dried corn. Where's that at? Dried corn, there we go. We'll do our first load of dried corn. We'll take this over to the popcorn place. And then to do the cornbread, that would be the bakery. Wonder how much the bakery is. Let's go visit that and see how much it is. So this is the bakery. Not a huge place. Actually, that's pretty affordable. Not bad. That's even cheaper than the other ones. How much money do we have? Let's do it. Let's get the bakery. Because we do have some wheat. We've got some wheat, so we can make bread and we can make cornbread maybe. Let's go ahead and buy it. So what is the recipe for cornbread? Let's see. So for bread, obviously, I think that's just flour. Yeah, all you need is flour for that. So we need to buy the grain mill at some point pretty soon. And then the cornbread takes corn flour, so we need more corn for that. And then, what is that? That's the pies. So the pies, you know, they need a lot. They need milk. Actually, they need bottled milk. So we need to, maybe that's something we should do over at the dairy. Make bottled milk. Blueberry yogurt, buffalo, mozzarella, butter, cheese, chocolate. Goat milk bottled, and where is the regular milk bottled? There, nope. Kefir. Milk bottled. Let's start that one. We'll make some bottled milk. And then I'm going to put that on distributing. Not selling. Distributing. And then the butter, I guess we need to put that on distributing too. We haven't really started that yet. I'll go ahead and start it, and then we'll put that on distributing. So the butter we're distributing to the, I'm assuming that's going to go probably to the popcorn factory. So let's tab back to our truck. Get our dried corn over there. I have to go out this other way. That is too sharp of a turn. I'm really thinking about getting rid of the picket fence. Really thinking about it. I may, you know, there's an update coming for this map where you can get rid of the roads and you can get rid of the house and all that stuff, but it doesn't get rid of like everything in the yard there. But I'm not a fan of the house. I would want a different kind of house. So maybe something to think about in the future. Road again. Just can't wait to get on that road again. Got a little bit of fog kind of out here, a little bit. Seems to be in the, like the lower lying areas where the fog is. Alright, I think what I'm going to do is go around the town. Because there's not really a road that... And I hate to cut through the dealership all the time. There's not really a road that kind of connects this highway over there. So yeah, I'm going to go around. Okay, I'm gonna do something I never do. I'm gonna use my turn signals and not look for traffic. Ah, here comes the post office. Oh no, what I hit? I hit the postal truck. Should have made that turn wider or something. Hang on. And this is how the traffic gets turned off. That is a wide turn with this trailer. This trailer is almost too big for this map. Alright, I am actually going to go down here to the end of town and make a left. There's the gas station. You get your propane there too. Turn the signal again. I do like this trailer. I mean, it's got a great capacity on it, but it's kind of long. I get a shorter one. And these trucks really don't like this great big one. Struggling to pull it. And I'm on, this is level ground. This is not a hill or anything, but it is struggling to pull this trailer. I like the capacity, but don't like the struggle. Alright, now I gotta find the popcorn factory. I think it's on the right somewhere. I think that's it right there. So this must be the unload spot. Right here. Alright, yep. That's it. So we'll unload that. I don't know what the capacity is on the popcorn factory. And this dude is going to watch me unload. Maybe he's the supervisor. Are you the supervisor for unloading and offloading of greens? Maybe he is. I don't know. Yeah, I could probably, you know, afford to get the shorter trailer. This is the longer one. Okay. So we got that. Let's go see what our capacity is here now. So looking at the corn, oh yeah, we're full. Dried corn, so one load with that trailer fills this up. So if we got a smaller trailer, it'd probably take a couple of loads. And then we do have the butter on distributing. So eventually this will start making the buttered popcorn as well. I guess I need to activate these maybe. Change the output mode. I think we're just gonna sell it just go ahead and straight sell the popcorn. So I'll wait on the buttered one to activate that, but I'm going to go ahead and activate that one. So we're making popcorn. Cool beans. Making popcorn. Going to be making buttered popcorn as soon as that stuff starts distributing from the dairy. Where is the dairy? I keep looking for the word dairy, but it's actually called the creamery. Cedar Ridge Creamery. Yeah, it's not dairy. So it is the dairy, but it's just called the creamery. So we're doing the butter. We're distributing the butter. That should go to the popcorn place, and then we're doing the bottled milk. Which, where was that going? I don't remember where that was going. The bakery, maybe. Well, I don't know. I don't remember where was the bottled milk going. Maybe we should stop that production. There's that. It's not going to the popcorn place. I don't know. I don't remember where the bottled milk was going, guys. I know that cornbread needs it, but we don't have any corn to put in there now. Or maybe, no, maybe it's not the cornbread. Where was the bottled milk going? I'm just gonna shut down the bottled milk for now. I don't remember where were we doing bottled milk at? It had to be going somewhere. Maybe it's a production that we were looking at. Maybe it's not one that we own. It can't be the pancake one because we sure don't own that one yet. I don't know. What was I looking at? This is the problem with old age. I just said my memory's great. Nah, apparently not. Not that great. Let's see. Bakery. Not one that we were looking at, so I really don't know. What did we need bottled milk for? I may have to go back and rewatch this video. Yeah, I don't know. So we'll just make butter for now. I'm sure we'll need it down the road for one of the productions. But, yeah. I don't know. Ooh, we can make chocolate milk. That'd be cool to get into. Alright. So, we had a pretty productive day, I guess. Oh, man, look at all these people looking at my truck. It's not for sale. Well, maybe the trailer is. The trailer's for sale. Probably gonna get a smaller one. But yeah, we got busy. Got the dairy, or the creamery, as they're calling it. We got the popcorn factory. See, now I can't remember what all we bought. We got the bakery. Yeah, so we're making stuff at the bakery. I just don't remember what the milk was for. The bottled milk. I think I was jumping, maybe I was jumping ahead of myself. It wasn't anything that we, maybe that's where I saw it, where it was on the pancakes. I really don't know. I don't remember. But anyway, we're making butter. We got milk, making butter. So yeah, I don't know what we'll be doing on the stream tomorrow, but we'll be getting into something, I'm sure. All right, until the next time, remember you reap what you sow. Matt from the Great Arcade. We'll see y'all in the next one. Have a good one.